Again! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen! My own prognosticatory predilection for plethorical polysyllabification. Far too many long words normally precludes oversimplification. But tonight, bedevilment, it's just Chalie Drake!
Hello, my darlings. Now say it once more, say it back to me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, my darlings. Beautiful. When you're feeling sad and blue and the job's too much for you, this is what you've got to do. Sing, hello, my darling. Happiness is on its way. This is what you've got to say. It's a happy day today. Sing, hello, my darling. Wear a grin upon your sleeve. Smile and wink your eyes. You will find to your surprise, happiness will multiply. Let it rain, let it shine. Everything will turn out fine. The whole darn world is yours and mine. Sing hello. I get up in the morning about 9:30. I'm always punctual, never late. With a nice cup of tea, a little round of toast, the sporting life and the winning post. I get so nice and tidy, then I toddles off to work. I do the best I can. Still, I'm only doing what a bloke should do. Most I'm only a working man. Yes, I'm only doing what a bloke should do. 'Cause I'm only a working man. Good evening, sir.
You're late.
Pardon?
You're late.
Yes, I got
What happened?
I got a sack.
I know that, but why? Considering that you come from a long line of plumbers, I should have thought you would have made a very good job of being a plumber's mate.
Dad, I know. I was doing very well as the plumber's mate, you see, until Fanny Pankhurst... She was having a bath and got her big toe stuck up a bath tap.
What happened?
Well, the governor said to me, get round to Fanny Pankhurst's ass, he said. That there's something wrong with her tap, he said.
But he didn't mention that she had her big toe stuck up in.
No. Not a word. He just gave me a ball cock and a spanner. And said, get round there. Howsomever, I got round there and there's Fanny Pankhurst laid in a bath with a big toe stuck up a tap.
What was she doing?
Smiling.
Fanny Pankhurst was lying in a bath with her toe stuck up the tap and she was smiling?
Yes. And she said to me, do not be embarrassed, young man. I keep on doing it and in a good job I like a lot of water. Then she screamed.
Why did she scream?
I dropped my ball cock. And he got tangled in the chain, pulled the tug out, and all the water started going down. So I turned the taps on to try and keep the water at a decent level, then I trod on the soap and fell in.
You fell in the bath with Fanny Pankhurst?
Well, not exactly. Of course, as I fell in, her big toe popped out and she rushed off hollering and screaming. And then the phone rang.
The phone by the bath?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was it?
Her husband. Who's that, he said. Yeah. Who's that on my tipper load, he said. Charles Drake, casual labourer at Weybridge, I said. What are you doing in my house? He said, what are you doing there? I said, I'm having a bath at the moment. Where's my wife? He said. I said she was in here with me a minute ago. He thereupon let out a long string of expletives. Then he swore. And 20 minutes later, he come round and punched me in the eye.
20 minutes later, he punched you in the eye?
Yeah.
Well, tell me, when you hung up the phone, why didn't you get to blazes out of there?
I couldn't.
Why not?
I had my big toes stuck.
Stuck up in the...
Shall we sing?
Well, I can't, but let's. He gets up in the morning when the clock strikes 8.
I'm always punctual, never late.
With a nice cup of tea and a little piece of toast.
The sport in life and the winning post.
He gets all nice and tidy, then he toddles off to work.
I do the best I can.
Still, he's only doing what a man should do.
Most I'm only a working man. Take it, Leonard.
Yes, what a man should do.
Beautiful. 'Cause he's only a working man.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have youth at the helm and beauty at the prow. We give you, for your adulatory accolade, we hope you will give a very, very warm welcome to a very young newcomer, an adolescent lark ascendant, Miss Cheryl Taylor!
Sweet.
It wasn't very long ago that an American poet wrote, "Your youth is like a water-wetted stone, bright with a beauty not its own." And now, ladies and gentlemen, in a paroxysmically percussive perpetration, that assiduously sanctimonious sorority. I bet that's not your sister. Miss Doreen Hermitage and Miss Stella Moray!
Beholding us two pious girls, we're very sanctified, la 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 la. Since 12 months from this very day, we've never sinned nor lied. The path of goodness now we tread, and think it mighty grand, for we have joined the noble lot, the Hallelujah Band, la 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 la. They call me Happy Eliza, and me converted Jane. We've been so wicked in our time, we'll never be so again. So won't you come and join us? It's easily understood. We're Hallelujah sisters, and we're bound to do you good. Yes, we're Hallelujah sisters, and we're bound to do you good. I'm sorry. We know that very good we are, but strangely to relate our own. Although we're often deep in thought, oh my head, we don't forget the plate. For money we can't do without, for nice things we all crave. We tell you all we have such fun, as through the streets we rave. They call me Happy Eliza, and me converted Jane. We've been so wicked in our time, never do again. So won't you come and join us? It's easily understood. We're Hallelujah sisters, and we're bound to do you good. Hallelujah sisters, and we're bound to do you good. Do you good? I'm on the wrong foot. You always are. So come my... Oh. So come my... Oh. After you. So come, my noble brethren, come and join our noble flock. Na, 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 na. Naughty, naughty. It's not so bad as you may think, for we've a right good stock of buxom lasses. Young and fair. Yuck. Not like big chumps of wood, but all are truly beautiful and bound to do you good. They call me Happy Eliza, and me converted Jane. We've been so wicked in our time, we'll never be so again. So won't you come and join us? It's easily understood. We're Hallelujah sisters, and we're bound to do you good. Sorry, I can't do it. Mine are bigger than hers, and I just can't do it. Anyway, we'll see you on Sunday. God bless you. Very nice to see you. Thank you so much. Oh dear.
Epitomizing the acme, the zenith, the apogee, the apotheosis of empathetic philosophizing, who but your own Wilfred Pickles?
put my suit. You want to see what you look like down there? Leonard, I think you'd agree with me that...
I always agree with you.
One of the most popular forms of entertainment today is the musical monologue or recitation.
Yes.
First of all, I'm going to do a short one that I hope you've never heard. Now, we're a nation of dog lovers, I know you are. Yeah. And this woman, Winifred Letts, she wrote this about her favourite dog. She really did love him. And he is Tim, an Irish terrier. And she says, oh, 'tis wonderful dogs they're breeding now. Small as a flea and as large as a cow. But me old lad Tim, he'll never be bet by any dog that ever he met. Come on, says he, for I'm not killed yet. Do you notice the scars at the side of his ear, the like of a Dublin Fusilier? He's a massacre dog that knows no fear. But he'd stick with me till his latest breath, and he'd go with me to the gates of death, and wait for 1,000 years, maybe, scratching the door and whining for me, if myself were inside in purgatory. So I laugh when I hear men make it plain that dogs and men never meet again. For all the talk, who'd listen to them? With the soul in the shining eyes of him. Would God be wasting a dog like Tim? Well, now, Leonard, the monologue, I bet you know it. Philosophy, as I said. And I think if we all took notice of the words of this, written by Tom Bracken, the world would be a better place to live in. And it's called Not Understood. Not understood. We move along asunder. Our path grows wider as the seasons creep along the years. We marvel and we wonder why life is life. And then we fall asleep. Not understood. Not understood, we gather false impressions and hug them closer as the years go by, till virtues often seem to us transgressions, and thus men rise and fall and live and die. Not understood. Not understood. Poor souls with stunted vision oft measure giants by their narrow gauge. The poisoned shafts of falsehood and derisions is oft impelled on those who mould the age. Not understood. Not understood the secret springs of action that lie between the surface and the show are disregarded. With self-satisfaction, we judge our neighbors, and they often go. Not understood. Not understood how trifles often change us, the thoughtless question or the fancied slight, destroy long years of friendship and estrange us, and on our souls there falls a freezing blight. Not understood. Not understood. How many souls are aching for lack of sympathy? Aye, day by day. How many cheerless, lonely hearts are breaking? How many noble spirits pass away? Not understood. Oh God, that men would see a little clearer, or judge less harshly where they cannot see. Oh God, that men would draw a little nearer to one another. They'd be nearer thee and understood.
A fanfaronade. French. From Mr. Bernard Herrman and his frenzied affiliates. For mellifluousness made ineffably manifest. Ladies and gentlemen, yet another final farewell performance from those final farewell performers ad infinitum. Once again, the Bancrofts!
Desiree, Desiree! Ethel, you're off! Where the hell are you?
Arcady life flows along, as careless as a shepherd's song that Strephon pipes along the lea. In Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady life trips along, as lightsome as a pixie frog
Who sports beneath the greenwood tree.
in Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady.
Of bees amid the flower,
Heralding the summer noon,
songs of birds amid the bough.
litany of joyous June.
Hush,
Hush,
and murmur of the leaves,
as the zephyr comes and goes,
green and gold of ripening sheaves.
in the clouds of ball and rose,
The heart to love,
the eye to see.
these are the joys of Arcady. Crimson splendor of the west, glamour of the twilight tide, evening pardon.
That's my bag! Oh,
In Arcady life flows along, as careless as the shepherd's song, as Strephon pipes along the lea. In Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady
like trips along, as lightsome as a pixie frog who sport beneath the greenwood tree.
in Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady. Moon, moon, mischief-making moon, what are you doing there?
You seem like a fairy dream up in the midnight air. When I look at you, I always know you will shoot me with your silver bow. Just as soon as the daylight's gone, well, it's then I feel a foolish sort of feeling coming on. I'm such a silly when the moon comes out. I hardly seem to know what I'm about. Skipping, never stopping. I can't keep still although I try. I'm on the quiver when the moonbeams glance. That is the moment when I long to dance. I can
Never
close a sleepy eye when the moon comes creeping up the sky. I'm such a silly when the moon comes out.
She hardly seems to know what she's about.
Skipping, hopping, I never stop. I can't keep still although
She tries very hard, but she can't quite make it.
I'm on the quiver when the moonbeams dance. That is the moment when I long to dance. I can never close a sleepy eye when the moon comes creeping up, the moon comes creeping up, the moon comes creeping up the sky.
I used to have a bigger handkerchief, but it's shrunk. From Cardiff, the colic conviviality, and the longitudinally libidinous luminosity of Miss Lorne Lesley.
There's a boy I'm mad about, and he always takes me out. I hug him, I squeeze him, I tease him so. And we always can be found when there's no one else around. Do we cuddle? Do we pet? You ain't seen nothing yet. I love him in the morning, and I love him at night. I love him, yes, I love him when the stars are shining bright. I love him in the springtime, and I love him in the fall. But last night on the back porch, I loved him best of all. Every time that we're alone, I just call him on the phone. I hurry, I scurry, I worry so. I'm afraid that I might see someone there in place of me. If I lost him, what a blow. I love him, oh, oh, oh. I love him in the morning, and I love him at night. I love him, yes, I love him when the stars are shining bright. I love him in the springtime, and I love him in the fall. But last night on the back porch, I loved him best of all. I love him in the morning, I love him at night. I love him, yes, I love him when the stars start shining bright. I love him in the springtime, and I love him in the fall. But last night on the back porch, I loved him best of all. I'm a typically English rosebud, born of typically English stock, with a typically Anglo-Saxon family tree. I received my education in a typically English way at a typically English girls' academy. I played typically English tennis at my typically English club, with a typically English feeling for fair play. I eat typically English crumpet for my typically English tea at the end of every typically English day. Mommy and Daddy are typically English people, love to sing the songs of yesterday. I'm Burlington Bertie, I rise at 10:30, saunter along like a top. I walk down the Strand with my gloves in my hand, then I walk up again with them all. I'm Bert, I haven't a shirt, but my people then they'd roll, roll, roll. A little farther he would roll. Then he'd drop both his oars and take a few more pulls. And then he'd roll, roll, roll. When I go to typically English dances, so if anyone cares to ask me how I like this typically English life, I will tell them I've never been so
Vertiginously extrapolate.
vertiginously extrapolate
Yes.
in my life. I know a millionaire who's burdened with a care. A load is on his mind. He's thinking of the day when he must pass away and leave his wealth behind. I haven't any gold to leave when I grow old. Somehow it passed me by. I know I'm poor, but still I leave a precious will when I must say goodbye. I'll leave the sunshine to the flowers. I'll leave the springtime to the trees, and to the old folks I leave a memory of a baby upon their knee. I'll leave the night time to the dreamers. I'll leave the songbird to the blind. I'll leave the moon above to those in love. When I leave the world behind, when I leave the world behind, I leave the night time to the dreamers. I leave the songbird to the blind. I leave the moon above to those in love. When I leave the world behind, when I leave the world
And now for the irrefutably frenetic phantasmagoria, which is things moving across a screen, of your own Chalie Drake!
Right, one object off, fragile.
Lorne Drake, what are you doing here?
I'm just leaving, sir.
Just leaving? Oh, my God! This is the end!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, there's just time to ask Mr. Chalie Drake and Mr. Wilfred Pickles to lead the company and yourselves in the last chorus for tonight down at the old Bull and Bush. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chalie Drake, Mr. Wilfred Pickles, Mr. Bernard Herrman, the entire orchestra! But this time, chiefly, yourself!